Hello everybody and welcome back to another video up on my channel. In today's video I'm going to be showing you guys the ultimate LMG build in Fallout 76. With Season 25 here, the LMG has gotten a bunch of new mods for it, so you guys are definitely not going to want to miss out on this one. But with all that being said, let's hop right into the video. Almost every single high health enemy inside of the game will not be able to stand a chance with this build. The amount of DPS that this gun provides is just crazy. It is so much fun to use. If you guys haven't, definitely check it out, because I can't stop talking about how good this gun is and how much damage it can put out. So for the longest time in Fallout, the LMG has just had no box mods or anything like that for the longest time. But with this new Season 25 update, Bethesda has shown some love to the LMG by giving it different mods that you can put on it, like different barrels or stocks and things like that. So you guys should definitely at least give this a shot if you guys have never before. This is one of my favorite guns in the game, and so I am extremely excited that I am finally able to get it, have more use out of it than just having a Red Terror or whatever. Now, if you guys do want to use the Red Terror, just remember it does have that little special buff to it where it has more ammo capacity, but you cannot change the legendaries mods on it, which is unfortunate. So just keep that in mind if you guys are going to use an Red Terror. It is good, but you just cannot put a 4-star or change the legendary effects on it. Also, if you guys didn't know, to get the Red Terror, you just complete the Dangerous Pastimes public event, and there is a slight chance of it to drop upon completion. But yeah, let me show you guys the exact builds, the perk cards, the weapons, and everything else like that for this amazing LMG. So to show you guys the exact build, let's start with the specials and where they all go. So this is the specials that I have in this build, and with everything where they all go. These are the perk cards. You can see this is going to be somewhat of a bullet storm and heavy gun kind of build. Along with that, we have all our legendaries. So we have strength, perception, endurance, agility, and luck. We also have taking one for the team for that additional damage once you get hit. But we are going to have the normal ones like bringing the big guns or life giver, ironclad, things like that. Things that will help us do additional damage and will help us stay alive for longer. You will also note that I have through hikers on, but I do not have the traveling pharmacy, and that is because we are going to be using the backpack instead of the perk card, because it is going to be more effective than the high capacity backpack. But along with that, we just have a bunch into luck as well, so we can just crit, and our crits do more damage with stuff like crit savvy or better criticals. So for right now, I have absolutely no buffs on. I don't have any chems or food buffs, and you can see we still do an insane amount of damage to everything around us. It is going to be such a good gun and build to use, especially in infestations. You could see how fast that guy went down. And again, I wasn't even full buffed, so you can get this damage even higher once you are full buffed as well. The damage output on this is just so good. This gun has such a high rate of fire as is, and if you add things like rapid and stuff like that, which we'll get into in a second, you can just make this DPS so high, and it is such a fun gun to use. So for the LMG itself, this is the exact LMG that I will be using in this video. So we have Furious, Rapid, VATS Optimized, and Pinpointers for the legendary effects. Now, we are going to be using Furious because it is probably the best one besides Bloodied, and Rapid for our higher DPS because the more bullets we will be able to shoot means the more damage per second. VATS optimized just so we have more VATS and more crit chance. Pinpointers for the 20% weak damage. Along with that, we will be using the Prime 308 receiver, the long barrel, stabilized stock, large mag, and muzzle brake. Paint does not matter, but yeah, in order to get these things, these mods for the LMG, all you have to do is this. You can make your way to any weapons workbench and go into actually craft anything, any light machine gun. So you can go up and craft a bunch. I suggest level 30 because you are just going to be going to scrap them. And then once you craft them, you can just scrap them all and you will have a chance to learn the different mods for it. It took me about 20-25, so just keep that in mind. You don't have to make a whole lot. It doesn't take too much to craft, or to learn them, sorry. Now for the armor that we will be using the Brotherhood of Steel Recon armor. And you guys do not have to use the Brotherhood of Steel Recon armor. It really just matters about what your legendary effects are. So if you guys want to use Secret Service or Civil Engineer or anything like that, go right ahead. This is just the one that I will be using. So first up we have Overeaters as the 1-star, Powered 2-star, Active 3, and Rangers 4. Overeaters for that plus 40 to health. And so that's going to help us a lot stay alive. Powered for the AP regen. Active for the increased AP. And Rangers for just the 25% damage. And so this is everything I will be using. Along with that, we have Betrest and Backpack. You guys can have Ultra Light on your other pieces. And then we have Ultra Light, as you can see, for every other piece for just the action points, the +5 to the action points as well. And then we will be using the Marine Wetsuit with the protective lining and Raider style. The Raider style because it gives +5 luck, +3 agility, and +2 perception. So this is, in my opinion, the Raider style is the best in my opinion. But yes, this is the Under Armour that I will be using as well. So then you guys should be able to see how tanky you guys are with this build as well. So you can see there's a bunch of super mutants, including a super mutant behemoth, and he does not do nearly any damage to me. Obviously you are going to be taking damage, but all you have to do is stim pack back up and you should be okay. But yeah, look, I'm getting shot by a bunch of different things and I'm barely taking any damage. It's just so nice that there is things like these kinds of builds for you guys who don't love to run bloodied all the time. But then you can just do a crazy amount of damage as well to these guys. It is just a super fun build to run around with. But let me show you guys the crazy damage you can do with this build if you guys are full buffed. So let's go into the buffs that we will be taking for food. But the first one we will talk about is carnivore, so let's talk about the meat buffs. We're going to want stuff that gives us more AP and stuff like that. So things like, anything like fried on a stick. So we have radroach on a stick, we have scorpion on a stick, or squirrel on a stick. That gives us a plus to our agility, which will help us have more AP and then be able to do more crits. Along with that, we are going to want the 25% AP regen that Burnt Radhog ends gets us. This is going to be really nice, so when you guys do run out of AP, you can just easily get this back as fast as possible. Again, we have another Mirelurk meat, which is going to give us plus 25 max AP as well. So don't forget to use every AP buff that there is. And don't forget, you cannot stack them. So if you have one, you can't have the other. Now, if you guys are herbivore and need plant items, there is a bunch of different things you can take. First up, we have Blight Soup, which will give you an increased crit damage. This is probably the best one for herbivores, so don't miss out on taking this. Along with that, we also have Company Tea that you can get from the Company Tea machine, which does the exact same as Burnt Radhog ends, but it will give you a plus 25 AP regen if you are a herbivore. So definitely get the company tea machine. You can get this for gold bullion at one of the gold bullion vendors. This is a must in everybody's camp. But along with that, we have the black-eyed Susan. Now, if you are a herbivore or a carnivore, it doesn't really matter. You guys should be taking this for the additional damage. Now, if you guys are a carnivore, which I am a carnivore, it will only give 10% damage. But if you are a herbivore, it will give 25% damage increase. Now, this is the best damage increase in the game, so definitely take this whenever you need an increase in your damage. So the mutations that I have on this build are Adrenal Reaction, Bird Bones, Carnivore, Eagle Eyes, Egghead, Herd Mentality, Marsupial, Scaly Skin, and Speed Demon. Now with all of these on, it will just help you guys do a bunch more damage and have better stats. And don't forget, if you want to negate this minus, you can just take another one. So for example, if I took another Bird Bones, I would not have the minus to strength, but I would only have that for 1 hour. So keep that in mind. So yeah, keep that in mind if you guys do not want the minus effect of your mutations. For the chem that you guys are going to want to take is Overdrive for just the purely 15% damage and 30% damage for crit. So now this will get you a lot more damage if you guys have this on too. Again, plus 30 damage to crit is so important, along with just the base 15 is so good. I suggest everybody using Overdrive whenever they need to output more damage. So now let me show you guys what this build can do for damage wise when you are full buffed or almost full buffed like I am. I don't have any camp buffs, but I do have the different food buffs activated, and you can see that things just don't tend to stand a chance when you have all this stuff put together. It just does a lot of damage, and it is so much fun to actually go around Appalachia and using. I strongly suggest everybody to give the LMG a chance because, wow, it became good this season. But you guys can see that this weapon and build does very well with the new infestations that have come out in the new season. Normally, they do a lot of damage, but with this build, you can actually just destroy them fairly quickly with how much damage that this build gives off. It's a lot of fun to use, and it's a lot of fun to do these infestations. I actually am really enjoying this new season. I think Bethesda did do a lot that I do enjoy. So, I mean, you guys can just see how much damage it does with all these big tanky enemies. It's just incredibly insane for how much damage that you can do towards the Scorched Beast or anything that really has high damage resistance or high health. But with that being said, I appreciate everybody checking out this video. It means a lot to me. If you guys are interested in hopping in my Discord, there is a link for it down below. There is always chances for you guys to win leader bobbleheads, other different raffle things in there. So if you guys are interested for that, you can always join up. Also, if you're interested to come see me use these builds live on Twitch, that will also be linked down in the description as well. But I hope you guys all enjoyed this video so much. If you guys think I missed anything, please let me know down in the comments. And also, if you guys do end up using this build, let me know what you think. But with all that being said, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out!